Hey everyone, it's Daryl's. In this video, I rebeat my personal best seed and I absolutely demolished my time in getting almost under 10 minutes over my previous time on the seed, which was 25 minutes. This run was absolutely insane and was extremely different from my original run. So make sure you watch to the end because the end fight is crazy. Anyways, without further ado, enjoy the run. Alright, this run was a nightmare to pull off. I'm just going to be honest right now, this run was a nightmare. Just because this run requires you to high roll so many things, which means if you get bad luck in like one spot, it's game over and you have to reset. But anyways, I just got my wood and I'm running to the ruin portal. You're gonna see this run's gonna run a lot differently from how I ran this seed in the 25-minute run. Amazing how that works when you scout the seed. But you'll see right away, I just grabbed 3 things. I don't grab the clock this time, but I go to a cave that was literally right next to the portal. Don't know how I didn't see it, but I mined 16 cobblestone in a specific way too, so I could also end up exposing that iron on the side. Craft my tools. I don't make a shovel because I don't need it, but I do craft a hoe for later. And then I mine this iron here first because there's coal underneath it. So now I've got my fuel, start smelting my iron, and then I go over here to mine the rest of it. And now I'm done with my stone pick. That's the last you're going to see of that. Here I'm just mining some extra blocks just so that I can actually get out of this cave. And now we're just kind of playing a little bit of a waiting game. I'm just messing with my inventory a little bit till I get 3 pieces of iron. And any second now. There we go. There we go. Then I make a bucket here, and now I'm off. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stop over here to grab some lava, and then I'm going to go get my food and my wood that I'm going to have for the whole run. So my food source is primarily cows, and I'm going to be honest, these cows, they would not cooperate most of the time. Oftentimes I'd end up low rolling on the food like I just did with that cow, and I'd have to go over to some pigs that were really far away just to make sure I had enough food for the run. But you can see I kind of don't get great food drops, but this cow kind of helps out. I get 6 food and I say, all right, that's enough. And then here I'm just getting my wood because I don't have any. In my actual run, I ended up having to get out of the stronghold and loop around because I didn't have wood or food, so I kind of just wanted to make sure I had both for the run. But there we go. I just organized my inventory, and then I'm going to swap that lava out for water. But that bucket ended up being fake because Minecraft is just like that sometimes, so I made sure that one was real. And I ran back to that little cave to get my iron, and there's a skeleton! Sometimes mobs would just kind of be there, and that skeleton happened to show up, which kind of sucked because that took some of my health, which meant that I'd need to eat more food throughout the run, but it's fine. I end up making my portal now, and I do it a little faster, I think, than I did in my original run. But yeah, nothing too crazy here. I got like 1 ghost bucket, but then we're chilling. Filling the bottom of my portal. Grab my lava bucket, and then I grab this gold block, and yeah, we're entering the nether about 3:30. That's pretty good. I'm gonna craft my gold into bars, and now I have to maneuver around these skeletons, which were not nice most of the time. But now you're gonna see a pretty interesting route for the treasure bastion because I had to play aggressively, and there's not very many gold blocks in the bastion itself, so I learned a new route, and I'll tell you what, it's really fun. And I definitely think it's faster than the route I was using before. But yeah, here, I just grab this gold, and then I run up the stairs. I think there might have been a piglin after me. Break that block so the pigs don't get stuck, and then I throw a few behind me. just to make sure any piglins that come up don't get me. And that's where the hoe comes into play. And then I actually built a hole for the piglins there in the staircase. And then you're gonna see those 2 gold blocks are the only gold blocks that are up in that section. Also, shout out to that hoglin just being there. It never came down, which I really appreciate it. Probably should have used it for food, but you'll see it ends up working out just fine. But I've got a lot of gold, and I kind of started just using gold to keep myself from getting attacked by piglins instead of placing blocks. I don't know if that's necessarily the best strategy, but I think it worked out pretty well. I'm going to go over here to get all my obsidian and a few more gold. I do hear a piglin behind me, so I throw some gold down. And he just keeps attacking me, even though I threw the gold down, because I guess I just picked it up. And he didn't do anything. So, I throw the gold to make sure he's actually trading this time. Then I get this gold block here. Because I've been low rolled so many times, so I pretty much just got as many gold blocks as I could that I could grab quickly. Ran up here, that way if the piglin came back around, I wouldn't have to worry about getting attacked. And that's all the gold blocks that I'm going to get for the run. Now we're just waiting. I was waiting for gravel, actually, so that I could check. See what items I got. That gravel behind me was so I don't fly off to my death. Happened a lot. Check my inventory, and I see I'm actually set on everything. And I have enough to make more than 4 or 5 beds. Most runs, I only had enough string to make 4 beds, and I threw all of those runs. But yeah, now we're just heading to the fortress, and you're gonna see I'm actually heading to a very different spot than I went to in the run, and that spot is the spawner. I don't know how I would have found the spawner initially, like in my original run, but I scouted it and I found it, and so I went right to the spawner, and then I got pretty good blaze rod luck in this run. I don't actually know what my rates were. I'm 2 for 2 there, 3 for 3, and I'm just clearing out my inventory just because it's kind of a mess. I'm just getting rid of stuff I don't need. Just moving it about while I wait for more blazes to spawn. I did try going for strays at some points, but I didn't really get good luck when I did do that. Most of the time I ended up going and getting attacked by wither skeletons, so I decided to just camp out the spawner. Yeah, look, what was that? 4 for 5? That's pretty good. Yeah. But now I'm just mining out the rest of these blocks here so that there's more spaces for the blazes to spawn. 2 more spawn. I attack this one. And boom, 5 for 6. We are out because this stronghold, by the way, is actually a 2-eye. So I only needed the 5 blaze rods. At this point, my heart was kind of pounding because this was the fastest pace I was on all day. And I see this wither skeleton. I honestly think this wither skeleton, it might have been the one thing that kept me from getting a sub 10. Just maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. But here I'm just maneuvering around. Giant magma cube. I'm like, oh no. Because at this point I don't have food, so I can't heal anymore. And, well, you'll see what happens later. Yeah, I mined down under that chest specifically so that I can get to this cave. And now I'm mining this way. This gold pick really came in handy for this part. But this is basically like my calculated travel, but a billion times better because I actually knew where air blocks were. And then I'm out here. I'm going to go build out to where my portal needs to be. Sometimes when I got to this point, there'd be a skeleton, which was just a bit of a time loss. But luckily there was no mobs, so we were good. And I build my portal here. And light it, and then I just kind of try to align myself to roughly the coordinates I want to be at. And boom, I spy. I didn't actually go into the stronghold, like the portal room, but there's that room really close to it that went through the back for some reason. And then, yeah, we got there. Boom, into the end at low 9 minutes. And now I'm freaking out a little bit. I don't think it's going to be sub 10. Just because it's a little too close time-wise. I need an insta-perch. And, yeah, it kind of got a little crazy from here. So, I'm just going to let you see what happens. And, yeah, enjoy the one cycle. It gets a little crazy. I'll just say that. Oh my, you know, I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't even care. Oh, there's the time. Jeez. That was so good. That end was scuffed, but that was awesome. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't even care. It's so hard to get a sub 10 on this, but it's so doable. Oh my god. Finally, Jesus. That's a time I can be proud of.